Welcome to Dr. H School Journey channel. Today we have two guests, very special guests. They're about to graduate high school. We are going to learn the journey, their journey, when it comes to the time they spent in high school, specifically 12th grades, during the COVID era. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Didi and Tania. And I'm going to step out just a little bit. Just listen carefully. You are going to learn a lot. And you thank me later.
Go further.
Action. Good morning.
This is good afternoon. Go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Didi.
I'm Tania.
We're going to talk about
The struggles.
the high school journey.
You go.
I don't know. Where do I start?
9th grade year.
You go first.
No,
I'll go
yours was interesting.
last. Okay, then save it for last. Yeah, how was yours?
I don't have nothing to say about 9th grade year though.
Were you serious? You serious?
Go.
Okay, high school, I was
Okay. We met 9th grade year. She was a little
shy.
She was quiet.
Quiet.
She used to sit in the back of the class. She didn't say nothing to nobody.
In my opinion, it's the best spot. Continue.
No, she sat there because there was nobody back there to talk to her. So that's how I met her. I'm also shy, but I decided to talk to her because she looked like she was going through it a little.
Rude. I was nervous. I just moved.
I was too.
I didn't know anyone. Literally, I just moved. Like some of you guys, y'all had people from middle school.
Mm.
Yeah, me, I came from a whole another district, county, city. So, yeah. And then the first day I was already picked on. So like they already put me in a bad mood. But
What did you get picked on for?
we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
You gotta talk about everything.
We're not gonna talk about
Go. What did you get picked on for?
I'm cross-eyed, so like people would talk about my eyes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What else?
What else? I don't know, my hair. No, I'm so serious.
What else?
I don't know.
Freshman year wasn't that. It was just normal. It felt like middle school. It wasn't nothing like. I wasn't really taking it serious because it didn't really kick in that I was in high school. It just felt like, okay, it's regular school, so I'm gonna just treat it as middle school. I wasn't doing nothing. Oh my God, I'm about to graduate in 3 years. It wasn't really graduation in my head. It was just like, okay, it's normal school. It's like it didn't really kick in until like junior year because I'm like, okay. And I'm like, now we're gonna graduate. Junior year, that's what we talk about, how we were looking forward to graduation, but 9th grade year was whatever.
Yeah, we didn't become friends till like sophomore year. Like we had
No. Don't even do that.
Sorry.
9th grade year, we wasn't like friends, but we talked. I sat with you. We talked. We didn't like exchange numbers until 10th grade year. But so, like 9th grade year, we talked a lot because I still sat next to you, even though you wasn't good at conversation. You don't know how to communicate.
I don't have good communication.
But I was still talking to you. And then sophomore year, we were like,
We had a world history. Again.
yeah, we had world history together, and you still didn't know how to conversate.
No,
You
until
still
we
know how
had
to
that one
communicate.
project.
And you decided to do it by yourself. So I was already in a group of 3 people. We could have been in any group we wanted, work with any people. So I was in a group with 3 different people. And then when I looked, she was just there by herself. She was gonna work by herself. So I'm like, okay, since I'm already in a group with 3 people, I'm gonna just leave that group and I'm gonna just go with her since she's by herself. She didn't look like she was gonna work with anybody. So I just called her. I'm like, do you wanna work with me? And she was like, sure. So I'm like, okay. So we just started working since then. And every time we have like a project, we just work on that together. And then boom.
I feel like, go ahead.
So when did you start feeling just a little bit more comfortable being
Right.
in
In high school?
yeah, in high school.
I mean, Tanya made it better because, like, I never went to the cafeteria, so, like, going
I had to kind of drag her.
Yeah,
every single day.
so
I'm like, let's go.
I've never
You didn't-
seen the cafeteria until we, like,
Yeah.
had that one class. She would drag me, like, I
I
would
would
just
drag her
go
because
outside.
where would you go? You're just gonna sit there by yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
What middle school did you attend?
Margate Meadow.
Where's that?
Margate.
It's
Margate?
Yeah.
I see.
You know, when we go to the hot there, that middle school right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Bogan, my friend, that's where he went there. Everybody who went there, that's the school normally they go to.
Yeah, I'm from Granite Creek.
Yeah, Creek.
So I did went to school with a lot of those kids, so I wasn't like feeling uncomfortable. It didn't feel like new. That's why I wasn't really shocked about it or like take it serious as like I'm in high school now because I still had all my middle school people with me.
Right.
I mean, of course, I'm not like, oh my god, going crazy about it, but it was.
Okay. So about 10th grade, for
Yeah,
example.
10th grade,
10th
yeah.
grade, how was it for you? Man, let's talk about 10 and 11th grade and see how was that transition?
10th grade year, I kind of got comfortable because I had debate. So I had to, like, talk more, speech, and we had to go to different schools for competition. So it kind of developed more skills and interacting.
Communication skills.
Because when we go to the different schools, every student from our high school is in a different class with other schools. So I have to actually interact with people. So I got more comfortable. And then when it came to, like, January, when we had, like, psychology and stuff like that, it was like, okay, I'm getting into it.
Well, we were already in world history, I think.
Right.
So from that, and then from having psychology, we're just, oh, okay,
Alright.
we're back again.
We're back
But
again.
then by that time, we really like exchanged number. We were talking a lot during like Christmas break. Sophomore year was, I started taking high school actually serious because now credit was actually starting to be very important.
GPA.
Yeah, GPA, like kids was like the numbers that we went to high school with, like it was above like 300. We were the highest class that they ever had as like freshmen. We were the highest, but from like sophomore year, the numbers dropped. So I started to take it really serious to what like we only been here for like 2 years now. And people's already failing. Kids already like dropping out. So it's starting to kick in as like if I don't start taking it serious, actually like thinking about my GPA, I can be one of those.
Right.
So I started taking it more serious. Not that I wasn't, because I wasn't failing any classes. I was still passing, but it was like reality started to kick in more. I was like, in 2 years, you're gonna graduate. So it's like, what are we doing?
And in that time, our guidance counselor started doing graduation assessments to see if we're on track. So it was like, we're already talking about graduation and we're in the second year.
Exactly. So we started taking it more serious. It wasn't hard. I'm like, high school year didn't really kick in for me, like starting to be hard or stressful until this year. Well, for me it was this year.
I feel like
Because I didn't have any hard classes that made me struggle. I think it's all about the teachers, honestly. Once you have like teachers that are like easy to get along with, they actually explain the stuff to you, it's way easier. But once you have the one that doesn't really care about what you do or how you do it, as long as you do it, it gets stressful because like you're starting to question yourself. Are you doing it correctly? Are you doing it the way you're supposed to do it? Or are you doing it the way the teacher wants you to do it? Because that is two different things. There's the right way and there's the teacher way. And it's like, which one do you do?
Right.
Which one's going to get you the grade?
So my question to you now, I remember when COVID started, where a lot of people were kind of skeptical about the transition because it never really took any online classes before. They didn't know what to expect. How did you take that?
Well, for me, from like since COVID started when I was in 11th grade, from like January, well, it was March actually, it was just confusing because it wasn't really like school because I could have just wake up and go out or whatever, do what I wanted because it wasn't school. It was just I was getting work, and I just had to do it from my comprehension, from what I know, not what the teacher told me, because like there was no teaching. It was just work giving out, where you just had to complete it by 11:59. You have to submit all of these work by this time, and if you don't, you don't get the grade. So it just felt like I'm putting all this work in, and I'm not getting nothing back from it, because there's no teachers. The teachers doesn't really care. I'm not talking to no teachers. Like, that's why I feel like a lot of students actually failed during that time, because they had nobody to tell them, you have to do this, you have to put all those work in. It just felt like, if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. If I don't, I'm not.
I feel like it was an experience with the teachers too. Like, it was confusing because teachers didn't know how to use the system. So teachers are just giving easy work.
It's not even that. It actually shows you what teachers actually cares. Because the one that do care actually go out of the way to do Zoom calls, do Zoom meeting, actually teach you this. But the one that don't care, they just assign you the work. Easy paycheck. They're not doing anything, so they just give you the work. You do it, you get a grade. You don't do it correctly, you still get the grade. So it's like, people that actually was taking it serious and like, you know what? I might as well just take it serious, because it's gonna be senior year.
Right.
Those people pass, but the one obviously that wasn't taking it serious, the numbers drop, because those people are no longer passing or no longer have a high GPA to even graduate in like a month or so.
It was kind of like okay, because we have it's a graduation requirement to do like an online class on like FLVS. So it's kind of like that, but it's different at the same time.
So now tell me, now 12th grade, you knew at the beginning that's gonna be your last high school year. How did you feel about, knowing that you're going to graduate?
Well, it was like excitement. I was excited, but then again, COVID is here, so it kind of like took that excitement away, because I'm not looking forward to anything but graduation, because there was a point of time from like August, we didn't even know if we were going to have a graduation. So it's like, we didn't even know if we were going to have a graduation. So does everything that comes with senior year, which is prom, the trip, homecoming, everything like that. So it's like, at this point, we didn't even care about senior year anymore. We're just like, you know what, it's just a regular
just another
grade.
Year.
But what we're looking forward to is graduation, which we don't know if we're gonna have.
Right.
But at this point, we just accept the fact that we might not have that. But just give us the paper.
Everyone was like,
because
just
at this point, even the first day of school in like August, it wasn't stressful. The way like stuff was crashing, you couldn't get in class in time. It just felt, I was just more like frustrated, because like, for like, we worked so hard for the past 3 years, not even 3 years, for like 12 years, for this year, looking forward to everything that we seen previous generation does, like they did. That's what we're looking forward for. And now that we here, everything that we were looking forward to, it just got taken away.
Alright.
We don't have that. And I know the school is trying hard to do it. I just feel like they would try a little bit harder. We would have had that. But yeah, I feel like it just got taken away.
How was that year for you? I mean, in terms of learning.
Yeah.
I feel like it was hard, because online learning is not, I can't really learn by someone talking. Like, I mean, if the teacher's talking and is explaining and it's like face-to-face interaction, I can get that. But when it's just over the computer and they're not really explaining it well, it was hard. And it was frustrating, because not only was it the classes, like math, learning math online is not for me. And then like, it was like, then the question of college applications, and then all that just piling together with the classes. It was frustrated. Like, I would like cry every other day, because I don't know what to do. Then my grades looking weird, and I like to get good grades, so it was stressful.
So now, this is the last month, right? So how are your grades?
It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like a breather, because I'm like, okay, so we're not there yet, but it's like I can just open the window and look out, and it's like, okay, it's right there. It's like an arm reach. Yeah. I can just reach for it, and it's there.
You don't want to get too comfortable because it's coming up, but you don't want to let your guard down.
Yeah, because we have the point where like the teachers are purposely just pressing the button. Like they're just purposely giving you extra work, making it extra difficult, because you are at the moment where any single bad grade drops the grade, it drops the GPA, and we're at the moment where like we can't afford that.
No.
It doesn't matter if it's not a requirement class. It doesn't matter if we don't need that class to graduate. We can't afford an F, a D, not even a C. So it's like you purposely making it hard is stressful.
And they will tell you that. They'll be like, you're a senior.
Yeah,
you have to graduate.
Like, you can if you don't keep up, you can come back this summer. It's I don't have that option. It's not that I don't have it. I don't want that option.
Right.
If I wanted to come back here in my senior time, like summer to the summer school, I wouldn't be trying hard now. I would have just give up sophomore year, 9th grade year. Why would I give up now when it's like in arm reach? When I'm not, it's not even a month away. It's like really few weeks away. If you're really looking at it, it's like, because honestly, grade book closed May 28th, right?
Yeah.
It's a few weeks away. So it's like, why would I now give up when it's a few weeks away?
That's the attitude every high school, especially 12th graders, should have. Now, we're about to finish with this show for today. One question I'm going to ask you first, Didi. What advice would you give someone in 12th grade or high school in terms of how to be successful?
I feel like there's a lot of opportunities in high school, but people don't see it. You remember like the ATC thingy, the vocational? We didn't know about that. You had to tell me about that. There's a lot of opportunities. You could do like dual enrollment, like BC, and people don't really know that stuff, and sometimes the teachers don't know. And so I would just like be in clutch with your guidance counselor. Like let that be your best friend, because they will literally guide you. Anything you need, like the classes, you have a problem with GPA, just be in contact with your guidance counselor and ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, that can kind of affect things.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So about you, what would you tell someone who basically kind of think that, how am I going to do this? What can you tell someone to make him really more at ease, but yet still focused to achieve their goals?
I think what the plan should be is just do things earlier instead of waiting on later. Like when it comes with doing one class online is a requirement. You need that to graduate. So why wait until your junior year to do that when you can do it your freshman year? The same thing with the hours. Why wait to do those community hours the last minute junior year instead of doing when you could have done it freshman year? Like I have about 126 right now. I could have been home doing my homework when I'm doing those hours.
Right.
Because 126 is a lot of hours. Do I actually need that? No. But the goal was 250.
It's okay,
That's not gonna happen, but whatever. But it's like, do as much as you can in an earlier time instead of waiting later. Like you can do your online class early. Do as much as you can, because there's not an amount to do. Yes, only one is required, but the more you do, that's more credit for you.
And it's easier on
you.
And
it's easier.
Grade year, you can just be at ease.
Yeah. The same thing with scholarship. Do those junior year. You can still do them like senior year, but do everything that you need. You're gonna need. Do them earlier, because the later you come, you do them the stress.
The harder.
It's not even hard. The stress, the struggle, because your guidance counselor gonna be hitting you with the facts.
Everything.
So it's like
back to back.
Scholarship, FAFSA.
What is that?
That took me a whole 2 weeks to do. So let's not even talk about that.
Okay.
No, Evie literally had to get on the phone with me every single step of the way, because the stress. It's stressful. Literally, that's literally anything. Honestly, the later you wait to do it, well, the stress gonna come with it. So it's like,
another one, get your ride or die, because like literally you just need someone like they just have your back.
Right.
Someone
like
support.
Just a call away. A call away that you call that person, they're gonna help
Help
you.
you. Right.
All right, very good.
Everybody needs somebody.
Thank you very much. I think that you did a great
Great
good
job.
job. And our next episode will be about your plan for college. Thank you very much. And
Bye.
stay tuned. The second episode is coming very, very soon, and it is going to be very interesting. That was D
Yes, indeed.
and T.
DNTs.
Bye.
Deuces.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was a